so bad. Alright, here we are at the front of the bus, and I've already been in here once. The only insulation that was in here was the same fiberglass insulation, a 2-inch batten insulation that was in here. And of course, it was all, you know, degraded, and it was just clumped up, and rodents had gotten in here and made nests and stuff. And you can see the plywood is garbage here from water intrusion. This is going to be a tricky one to do here. I'm not figured what I'm going to do for insulation here at the front of the bus, because there's just no room, and you still have to get in, be able to get in here to, I mean, I can't just put a piece of board stock in here because I got a wiper motor here I got to deal with. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do here, but I got to get the heater box out, because I need to get this plywood out. And if I'm going that far, I might as well take all the plywood out and redo everything. So that's what I'm going to do. This is going to take a minute. Just for my reference, from above, the passenger side wiper motor is black, red, green, top to bottom. The driver's side wiper motor is green, red, black, top to bottom. Now, as long as I don't delete this video, I don't know how to put it back together. I'm looking at this, and I'm wondering if there's an alternative to running a conventional automotive type heating system all the way to the front of the bus. So the heating unit was right here. It's that thing right there. It's as big as a freaking... It's big and heavy. And it takes up from here all the way back to here, basically where this rubber pad is. From here all the way out to here, right? From about here all the way over to here. And it does, there's no AC in it at all. It's just heat and defrost. And it uses 1-inch heater hose, and there's one diffuser here that goes over. You can't see it from here, but trust me, it's right there. Okay, let's go inside the bus and I'll show you. In order to make this thing work, there's the heater hoses. They go underneath the fuse panel, which is on the outside, underneath the bus, into the heater unit. And then they went all the way along the edge here to, oh geez, where was it? Right there, where that dust spot is. There was another external heater, another bus heater here. So it came from there to a bus heater there, to a bus heater back here. So 1, 2, 3 bus heaters. And that's where, there's the bulkhead where those heater hoses come out. Now let's go over to the engine and I'll show you what goes there. Dirty 083 Cummins. Alright, but there's a shutoff valve here and a shutoff valve here, so you can isolate the heater system from the bus engine itself. And this is regular coolant, goes through the engine. So you got one heater hose there, the other one right there, this one right there. This is coming out of the engine, I believe. It goes to this recirculation pump, right? This 12-volt pump right here that you can't see very well. Trust me, it's a 12-volt pump right here. And then this, I got this doubled on itself. This comes out of the bulkhead, right? This one goes to the recirculating pump. This one comes from the heater system back to the shutoff valve to here, which goes back to the engine. Without this, you don't have any heat because there's not enough pressure in the engine to drive 5 gallons of coolant all the way to the front of the bus. If I can do this another way, instead of using engine coolant, I can get rid of a lot of potential leaks, and I just, you know, I get rid of this. Yeah. Or maybe something smaller. I don't know. It's a lot of windshield there to defrost. I don't know if there's any way to do that electrically. So here's my thoughts. Frame this up 2 foot on center with 2x4s, probably running 2 foot on center the lengthwise, 2, 4, 6, you know, 2 foot on center. So I have a 2 foot cavity every, again, 2 foot on, it's hard to show here, 2 foot on center this way, 4 foot on center this way, so that I have a cavity I can spray foam, right? And have an 1.5 inch of spray foam right up against it, hermetically sealed against this floor. That takes care of the issues with all the holes from the seating and all the holes from the, and this will get framed up and spray foamed as well. So all those holes are sealed up and I don't have to worry about those. And then after the subfloor was in, I was going to build a bulk. Instead of running 1-inch heater hose, probably be cheaper just to run copper, 2 1-inch copper tubing all the way down, and you know, weld a hanger off of this or bolt a hanger off of this, and you know, have it insulated and run it all the way to the front in copper, and just run a heater hose from that bulkhead to the copper, from the copper into that. And then I can bury it and forget about it. I'll probably never in my lifetime have to worry about copper failing in this cavity, right? But if I can eliminate all, that altogether, I don't want to go into the bus with it, because then I have to drill holes through my basement and go around the wheel wells or run through the center. I don't want to do all that shit. There's already air lines and electrical and all that crap running through the center of the bus. Let's put our heads together collectively and think of a way that we can do this without using the engine. Maybe a grid heater or something. Something that will run off like an inverter. Really, all I need, you know, if we're using this, we're going to be using this chasing 70 degrees. I'm not going to need heat. If I need heat, then I can just kick on the heat pump and heat the bus, you know, turn the generator on and heat the bus. Really what I need is something just to defrost the windshield. You get into humidity issues, you want to have some heated air to blow onto the windshield to defrost the windshield. That's really all I'm looking for. And it doesn't have to be down there. Maybe I could move everything up top. And blow down. Okay, what do you think? Comment section. Start hammering away at the keys. Let's do this. Another thing, when I was taking these panels off and had the wiper motors in them, the reason why they were down here is because there wasn't enough room up top before the roof raise. Now if I took this wiper motor and put it up there, and put this wiper motor and put it up there, and had them hanging down and sweeping this way, that would work, right? And then that would free up this area here. Wouldn't have to worry about those wiper motors. I could actually insulate this spot, and I could probably do it with spray foam. I definitely could do it with spray foam if I get rid of that heater box. Spray foam. What do you think? Will that work? Oil-based. So what am I going to do here? Where that's split, I'm not cutting that out. And I'm not going to cut that out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of that 16 gauge Same stuff over there. I've got, what? It's like about the 6 or 8 inch strip. I'm gonna prime that, and then I'm gonna undercoat. I'm gonna spray some undercoating on that, and I'm gonna embed that in another undercoating, screw it down, and then paint the top of it with primer. I'm gonna do the same thing here, and then from underneath, I'm gonna spray the crap out of it with undercoating. Same thing back there. That hole right there, I'll fill that with foam and spray it with undercoating. It only has to last 10 years, remember? So next week I'm gonna start gathering up lumber, and I'm gonna start furring this out, and then I'll probably get some insulation and get enough to spray the floor so I can get subfloor on. And then I get to start wiring things, chasing down these wires and figuring out what I'm not using and blah blah blah. Hi Bunny, how you doing? Where you going? Come back, get in the stew pot. Bring your friends. Won't be on the bus for a couple of days, and then my folks are coming in for a visit next week, so probably be a week before you see an update on the bus. So, with that in mind, say goodbye to dirty old Bussy. Till next time, you have fun, stay safe, shoot straight, keep your powder dry, and have a splendid day. I got a hell of a mess to clean up. Bye now.